Hey fam, welcome back to another episode of I'm Telling You. As always, your faithful hosts, Mr. Gemini.
And Chef Philly D.
That's me. And as always, if you know, let's continue that conversation. Go ahead, send us an email, reach out to us. I'm telling you at directionsmusic.org. That's IMTELLINYOU at directionsmusic.org. Yeah, send us an email, write us a story, tell us we suck. We don't really care. We just want you to talk to us. All right, we're desperate. We need your attention.
We need feedback. Mr. Gemini here. Sorry.
Did you had to introduce yourself to make that statement?
That's how I'm going to step in right now.
All right, I'm going to crack a beer and then tell you who I am.
Just let you know.
Yeah, that's my signature move. It's like saying do it. You can't. That's my thing.
You already opened yours.
Well, I was already tangented, so I can't tangent any further.
That's right.
That's where we're at on this.
So, anyway,
yeah. No, I did. I got a little loose in the green room. I had a second beer. Whoa, look out, crazy man. That's what I'm doing.
So there'll be no cracking of that beer on the air.
No, I'll probably finish it during this episode though. I'm honestly at a place where I've been taking better care of myself just in doing my actions of wanting to be the person that I want to be. And this is actually just kind of, I guess, like rolled over into my diet and like whether or not I'm drinking or, so I'm naturally making better choices without even attempting to. It's just because I'm staying focused on that thing. So,
I'm all about that. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But this is our time.
Our time. It's our time down here.
It's our time down here.
Down here. It's ding.
So yeah, I don't go home and drink beer like every day.
Yeah.
Some days, but not every day.
Well, I mean, your kids are actually pretty cool. So, you don't have to drink to forget them or anything.
Wow.
Isn't that a thing?
Is that
what people do? We don't, because our kids are awesome.
Our kids are awesome.
Yeah. I like to think it's because we do a pretty awesome dad job. I mean, regardless of our horrible jokes that they hate, I think we're great.
You're always picking on the dad jokes.
Well, because nobody likes them but us. We're the only one that like them.
That's not true. There's a whole range of people out there that love dad jokes.
And there are probably a bunch of people that are just like us. Other dads that just think they're hilarious. They're really not.
Well, sure. That's a good percentage of the population.
I think it's half. Maybe a quarter. I don't know.
It was less than half.
It's less. Can we get an actual measurement on this? Can we get an abacus on here? We want to verify. I want to make sure we're getting into 18 decimal points, please. It's for the data. I want to be
with the abacus.
Well, it's the only way to be completely accurate. You can't trust a calculator. Computers aren't smart. Dude, have you ever seen the kids when they're playing with the abacus, as they're teaching them, and they're just slapping these things back and forth and doing intense calculations with beads on sticks. That's impressive.
Yeah, that's how it used to be done.
Yeah, I mean, and they're
it maybe still is by a lot of people. I don't know.
I believe that's still a thing that they teach in their schools.
I don't see why not. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of think that's a thing that you should always do with education is because, I mean, what happens if stuff breaks and you have to actually do it? You got to manually happen. It's the same as you go to pay with a credit card or something instead of cash. And if you go to do the cash, you're how does this work? I don't know what this means.
What's up? We were saying though, about ingenuity being more important than all the knowledge itself, because the ability to kind of create that over again in your head is more valuable than the knowledge itself, because you can always come upon that again. You can always reinvent these things.
Yeah, I remember that conversation about the imagination's more important because of that. Because you can recreate it. You don't have to.
Right, imagination. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagination, intuition, which stem off of intellect, I guess. But
to me, it comes from that willingness to be open to stuff, to let think outside the box kind of stuff.
I mean, right? Yeah. Then all knowledge isn't found in books. It's just kind of that's someone's attempt at trying to express that verbally in words, but you know, that's,
like make sense of it all kind of a thing.
it's not like you can just say like, well, this is my interpretation of it. It's the only one that's correct.
Well, yeah, that's why I always say that facts aren't actual like knowledge or information. It's just something that's repeatable on a continuous basis that's, you know, highly probable for the same outcome over and over again, that it's just like, all right, that's consistent. So it's not fact, it's consistent.
Well, like fact and truth. Is there a difference there between fact and truth?
Well, I
mean,
guess
fact is something that's widely known, right? It's a fact.
well, to me, fact would be probably like information, whereas the alternate would be a perception giving that information. So it would have the bias on it. So it would
truth is a perception.
Well, in a sense, because I mean, you know, what you feel is
So
right.
you're saying there could be multiple truths.
Well, of course. I mean, he
So
said,
the two
she said.
youths.
The two youths.
There could be multiple truths.
Well, yeah, because I mean, everybody has their own perspective. That's why I'm like, I think that's why I would say the truth has more of that personal component to it, whereas, you know, fact or information is because it's logical. It's been deduced. It's not a perception. It's something that multiple people of different perceptions can, you know.
Well, like we were saying before, it's repeatable.
Well, yeah.
It's, what was that word that I stumbled over?
Which one?
Well, empirical. Is it empirical?
Oh, dude, you're talking about like way back.
Way back, yeah.
Yeah, like in the OG recordings. Yeah, I remember that one.
It's all the same conversation to me, though. It doesn't really make a difference.
Well, I mean, that's really what it is. You know, people think that we joke about it, but we're always trying to add levity to what we do because we want to keep it light. But yeah, I mean, that's what we do.
It feels like yesterday to me. I don't know.
Yeah, as we this is the same conversation we've been having since, you know, we were like 13 or 14 or something. Young bucks that didn't know nothing. You're just talking about nothing.
Near nada.
Yeah, we were nowhere near nada.
Ain't nobody near nada like you near nada.
Slap yourself. Yeah, actually, I had watched a clip where I forget his name. Late night TV show host. James Crowden or something like that, I think. I'm butchering the name probably, who knows. But it was him and Method Man doing a back and forth freestyle battle rap where they were abusing each other verbally. It was hilarious. He was like, because he was making fun of Meth, talking about, he's like, you don't get any more phone calls unless they call RZA and he doesn't want to do it. So it's like, you're the backup guy.
Like, damn.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
That ain't right. Salute.
What you said. Right. Well, I don't know what that was about, but all right, cool. So,
Just composing myself, that's all.
did I get you that worked up over that? I mean,
No.
I didn't feel like that was very controversial, but
That's 9.6.
we're talking about it's a 9.6 on the Richter scale.
It's 9.6. That's all I need to say.
It sounds like a garbage truck going over a cliff.
What?
You don't know that one?
No.
Dude, when you get there, tell them Large Marge sent you. Oh. do we get it now?
Yeah.
All right, there it is. Now we needed a second reference. It's all right. It happens sometimes.
It's all good.
Nobody's perfect. I mean, maybe I picked the wrong quote. I apologize. I'll try harder next time.
No, not at all. Yeah, definitely not.
Dude, I was really enjoying, because we re-listen to our shows because we want to, you know, get better at what we do and whatnot, and it just, I feel like we're very much on that same line where we're just going to be pure comedic. Like, usually we try to add educational value, but, you know, I think the last episode we did not do that. And I feel like we're crossing that line back into this area again, which I'm going to blame you. I will do it. I'm okay with it.
Switch from the boy stage to the swing line.
See, there it is again. Yeah. We've already tangented. We can't tangent any further.
It is what it is, man.
I need you to come back to the conversation right now.
Gonna do what it do, baby.
Well, but and I like the fact that, you know, because it was a few episodes back. I remember we were talking about how
excuse me,
we were being a little too serious because we were just constantly, it became work. So the fact that we can have, you know, I guess at this point, like 2 episodes in a row where we get to be a little bit more hilarious about it. Because, I mean, that was kind of the thing for doing our B-side stuff in the green room, like the extra content that we do.
Just hanging around on that.
That's what she said. But being able to do that extra content and stuff that we do, that's usually like our free reign area where, you know, we kind of get to cut loose and, you know, have some...
you don't have to worry about being perfect and...
egregious language of a vulgar nature.
If you need to, you know.
I mean, I usually
the expression is there, you know, let it out then.
I have a potty mouth. I can admit it. I was raised by a sailor. What are you going to do?
Oh, come on, man. Don't diminish yourself like that.
That's a compliment.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I like to think it is. I don't. Should I rethink this? Is this wrong?
No,
Are you now judging me?
No, not at all. Because it felt really judgy.
I was just over there in a corner, and yeah,
I see where you're going with that.
I like the fact that we quote ourselves now. Like we've gone past quoting others that we have now started to quote ourselves. Yeah, then it's that come back around again. It's how we wrap it all together to do what we do.
Well, yeah. Are you listening? That's all it is. Are you listening?
No, I'm telling you.
I'm done.
How do you not know the name of our own show? Like, really?
He's really going to pull that on me. Okay.
Well, somebody had to do it.
I'm telling you, directionsandmusic.org.
Are you that desperate for the comment?
No. Just keep going. That just rolled off the tongue. I don't know. IMTLLINYOU.
It's like Nahina Jad. Dude, I don't understand why people have such a hard time saying that. Nahina Najad. Nahina Najad. I mean, you know, it's that easy.
Is your name really Michael Bolden?
You can just call me Mike.
Oh my God. Are you related to him?
I think his music's the greatest. I listen to him all the time. Which one's your favorite song?
Oh, jeez, you know.
Yeah, no, it's...
I think, I don't know, all of them.
It's so hard to pick it. Yeah, no, but I do...
Sold your soul to the devil.
See, this is what happened last time. I spent the entire show attempting to corral you from a tangent of a tangent.
It is what it is, man.
No, it do what it do, baby.
It's that too, man.
Are you that half cocked on the 9.6 that you don't even know what your own lines are?
She blacking in the berry too.
Now we're just quoting Friday. That's what we're at.
Why not?
I don't know why you come down here messing with these good people.
You want some of this, old man?
Be like, oh, homie, I didn't know you want your bike back. All you had to do was ask. Yo, Pops is tripping, yo. He asked me, who told me you want me to ask for my bike back?
My bike.
Oh, yeah, was that Debo? What's his real name? Do you know what's his,
Oh, come on, man. You got the hair.
Wasn't he, was it Zeus? Something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, he cracks me up, man. A Debo with that. I mean, that's where I really got to really know that actor. I never really focused on him before that, but I remember in Friday.
Yeah, I think that was probably like one of his big first breaks or roles, or you know what I mean.
Rolling down the street in the hood on a beach cruiser with flip flops, and still somehow scared the pants off everyone in town. I mean, ain't nobody messing with Debo.
That's because he's crazy. And not like crackhead poop outside your house crazy, but steal everything from you and then blame you for it somehow.
I mean, dad's on him the whole time, yo, man, you gotta get that bike back. You gotta get that bike back. He's like, you want some of this, old man? No.
Yeah.
I don't know why you messing with these poor people.
I don't know why you coming down here messing with these poor people. Yeah. That's I'm curious as to why it is that these different lines and stuff that we always quote, because we say this is how our brain works, and it's just that's us making those connections and we just verbalize it. But what is it about each one of those that actually causes us to
It's just
to want to remember it.
stupid stuff from growing up. Well, I mean, I'd probably seen the original movie, Friday. I'd probably seen it like.
Did you almost call it
The Friday?
Like there's other Fridays out there?
Not Friday the 13th, just Friday.
Yeah, there's Freaky Friday, Friday the 13th.
Just Friday.
Not just Friday.
I've probably seen that movie in excess of 50 times. And within a fairly short window. Like a couple of years. Like it was... At one point, if I had seen it less than 3 times in a week, there was something weird going on.
There's something wrong. Let me feel your nose. Is your nose cold? Is it wet? I mean, are you hydrated?
But it was just, it was one of those things, you know? It was one of those things.
Well, and that's why I'm like, I mean...
Like Super Troopers, you know, just cult following, like right off the bat.
Well, it's because Super Troopers is hilarious.
It really is. And even just the first one, just standalone. All by itself is perfectly fine.
Well, see, and I think I said at one point, the second one's pretty much like the first one in that sense, where if you didn't say it was Super Troopers 2 and you just did that as like the actual Super Troopers, it would still stand on its own feet.
Right, but it like you said, you know, the funny is the again. The whole point of that movie was the again.
Kind of, yeah.
So it was like, let's just enjoy the fact that we can continue, like, literally making a carbon copy of the first thing we did, and it's still funny. And not only that, but it, like you said, there's the funny that it just standalone by itself, and then there's the funny with the aspect of, like, this is a repeat, basically, from the first one.
Yeah, I kind of feel like
literally.
The Hangover movies, kind of the same thing. If you just did each one of those as its own movie and just called it Hangover and just did it and like that was the only one, it would probably still be pretty good. I mean, the third one maybe not so much because you start to get a lot more tie-in from the first ones and stuff. But
right, but there was a different humor in the fact that all those jokes were repeated now again and again.
Yeah,
like we always say, it is the again that makes it funny.
Yeah, Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part D.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, no, it's and then Naked Gun 2.5, and then what was 33 1/3. Stuff like that, dude. Like that it cracks me up. Yeah, like
sorry. Excuse me.
Well, but so again, like,
did you say wellbutt?
Well, but
Okay.
Like sperm whale butt, like it's a big butt. No,
like a whale butt.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty big butt. I'm gonna touch the butt.
Like big butts in a can.
Dude, we just quoted a movie and a song.
Hey, boss, big butts.
Oh, so you tangented me so hard, I don't even know now.
I don't know either.
But yeah,
it's lovely.
But going back to the thing of like, so what is it that perhaps for us? Because I mean, I'm not even talking about just Friday, but like all of them. Because I mean, we'll tie movies from completely different genres and time spans and, you know, creators, actors, the whole spiel, and yet somehow that conversation just happens in our brain. Like,
well, you know, it could just be like an inflection. Like I've done it a couple times in front of you where I've said something a certain way and like you automatically know what I'm saying. You're cracking up already. See, and you're just thinking about one yourself now.
No, I'm agreeing with you and just thinking about it. Like, yeah, no, that's true. That definitely has happened. It's not like
that's a 30-year friendship. It worked.
I mean, after 30 years, we got to do something right. Apparently, laughing with each other, at each other, for each other, and you know,
that's my favorite. It really was my favorite.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. I'm not laughing. Then I'm laughing for you. I think that's an appropriate response.
It fit.
I mean, I think it's appropriate.
I felt like the moment needed laughter, and I'm sorry that you couldn't see that.
Yeah, right. I wanted to add that little extra. That's what I do.
Yeah. So I laughed for you.
Well, I mean, you weren't laughing, so
I didn't want to laugh.
I didn't want to.
No, but you needed to, and I did it for you because it was necessary. So
it's very chivalrous of you,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's.
I will laugh on your behalf anytime.
Dude, now you're like rhyming. Laugh on your behalf. What are you, Dr. Seuss over here?
No, that was a great man.
Wait, he was a man? I thought that was a woman.
Dr. Seuss.
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 Yeah, that wasn't a woman.
What?
You didn't hear that?
No.
That's not a thing?
No. Is it?
Maybe.
What?
I mean, think about the Starbelly Sneeches.
I don't even know what he's saying right now.
Well, I mean, you can't eat green eggs and ham with a fox in a box. I mean, how's that? I don't know.
What was he referencing?
I thought it was a woman.
What?
See, you've been messing with me. Now I get to do it back. Yeah. Welcome to the terror.
You read any Freud? You should probably read some Freud. I think there may be something
I'm illiterate.
deeply buried.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, sure you are.
All right. Yeah, I can read.
I can read. Yeah.
You see what I did? I set myself up.
Around again.
Yeah. Welcome to the tangent zone.
So, it's all about uncomfortable moments, isn't it? Is it?
So I had this conversation not that long ago, especially when it comes to selling, right? The physical act of trying to sell, and it doesn't matter what you're selling. The uncomfortable silence, you as the salesperson to the supposed possible client or customer, when you have those awkward pauses as a salesperson, you're just kind of like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. When in actuality, you just kind of like dead eyeball them, stare them down even harder, and just be like, I'm waiting on you, bro.
You almost wish like you knew some sleight of hand so you could do some kind of like,
yeah, when in actuality,
just distract everybody for a moment.
Yeah, when in actuality, you should just dig in a little bit deeper and just kind of keep staring them and just, in your own mind, not like that, but in your own,
disturbing.
In your own mind, keep presenting that idea to them, just like waiting on you, waiting on you, waiting on you. And you get that bigger and bigger smile, like, yeah, go ahead. I'm not going to do it. You're going to do it. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Yeah. So the uncomfortable silences are actually a good thing. Helps to build that tension and keep the energy there. Yeah.
How long do you let that go? Like forever. I can see that you need to think about this. So why don't you guys go, relax. We're going to go have some coffee and
I would say read the room. I don't know if you could really put an exact time on when's appropriate. Read the room, bro. Feel what's going on. Maybe it's 5 seconds, maybe it's 3 seconds, maybe it's no seconds.
I don't get the impression that a lot of people really do that, to live by reading the room, like you say.
I think a lot of people do. They just disregard it probably. Or maybe they're just so busy in their own head and their own stuff that they got going on that they it's just disregarded as information. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's totally easy to happen though. I mean, it's easy to get lost in your own head, but
oh yeah, dude, I've been there many and many a time. That's why I meditate and focus on things and write stuff down and like work through things, because I want to have that clarity of mind so I can give that attention.
Well, and being from a sales background yourself, something.
I like selling. I'm pretty good at it.
But there's a certain kind of, you got to put a certain energy out there. You kind of have to work yourself into a certain mode.
I would call it confidence. Especially nowadays, you're not truly selling a product anymore. Everybody can pretty much make the same product or service or.
Well, you're never selling anything more than yourself, really.
Well, and that's exactly it. So because you're not selling the product, what you're selling is the relationship. And whether that's you as the salesperson or customer service person or, whoever you are to the customer or client, you're selling a relationship with them. And even further, the relationship with the company or the overall service or the everyone that's involved in it. So you have to have that relationship with everybody. So at the end of the day, you're not selling stuff, you're selling a relationship. When I make that phone call or send an email, I'm getting a response.
Yeah, a relationship. You're selling trust. You're selling, confidence.
Yeah, what was Tommy Boy? He's like, I could shit in a box and put a guarantee on it, but this is just a guaranteed box of shit. And you're just like, okay, where do you go with this? But that's exactly it. So, at the end of the day, when I call or I have an issue or I want more, or I know that you all are going to be there and you're going to stand behind it. So it doesn't matter what it is. It's that relationship that I have with you in that trust. Man. Yeah, what it is.
What it is.
What it ain't, it ain't.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's and there seems to be a general trend outside of that of selling. Could you
do what?
So gross.
I'm listening.
You sure?
I just kind of slipped out. Sorry.
Put it back.
I'm over here. I'm off the mic a little bit. I'm listening.
So anyway, so there's this general trend where the relationship has extended out of the sale part of it, and it's moved into the HR part of it, where you're now establishing the relationship between the employee and the company. As well as like the community or whatever else. So there's a continuous relationship aspect to all of that. So
right.
It's very, reciprocal and symbiotic. Yeah, I don't. Can we just make up words?
Symbiosis. No, yeah, that's a word.
No, I'm aware. I'm just because I'm stumbling on stuff, so I'm just gonna make it up.
Why am I tripping over shit I know was there?
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, so it's
Bad Boys.
It has that component where there's that balance and everything, gives and receives together. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. Care to add anything to that? I mean,
I don't know. I've been waiting. I don't know.
You're just going to be back on your tangent just like last time.
That's how it works. That's how we roll. And I'm just going to keep moving my phone. Just move it over here.
Dude, are you supposed to be taking like something for that and you haven't been taking stuff?
You saying meds or something?
I don't know. Whatever it is. Meditate more?
Probably.
There you go.
I should probably do that.
Maybe get outside and actually like ground yourself with nature.
You saying I'm a total spaz? See, look. You saying I'm a total spaz? Is that what you're saying?
You said.
No, you said.
I'm just asking.
No, you.
Well, you seem very extra spirited lately.
Yeah.
So much so, and it not so much when we're in the B sides doing the green room stuff where it's like all nice and chill and we can get away with things. You're just kind of like, meh. And then we get on the air and all of a sudden you're just like dude. King Schmuck coming running through like, I'm here to tangent, what's up? Like, great, thanks.
Well, I mean, you've put me in that spot. That's kind of become my character, so I'm a caricature of the character.
Again, you've already tangented, you can't tangent any further.
Well, that's what I do. I'm going in circles
because you're making 3 lefts over and over again. I get that. You just keep making a right turn.
3 lefts make a right.
See what I did there?
You can't go wrong.
Well, you can go right, though.
Yes, you can go right.
Oh.
After 3 lefts.
Well,
yeah, whatever.
It's on the 3rd left. It's technically then a right. Well, it would have been a right.
I had to go home, so I left. Oh, no, sorry.
I don't, maybe I should start starving you so that you're just like, maybe, are you like on a carb high right now?
I don't know, maybe.
You had a bunch of noodles on break.
I had a giant bowl of noodles.
Yeah, you did like what, double noodles? Double noodle? Yeah, you had huge freaking bowl of ramen and like
giant, like a salad bowl size.
Oh yeah,
bowl of ramen.
And housed it, no less.
And housed it.
Yeah, some banana bread, cornbread. Dude, that's what I'm saying. You're all carved up right now.
I am totally carved up right now.
You're like on a crazy sugar carb high right here.
Yeah.
Is that how fast your metabolism works?
I guess.
Yeah, apparently. This is like science in the making. You should be studying this. How quickly do you digest your carbs and turn into sugar?
Right. So it's totally not all about me. What's going on, man?
I've been trying to get you to come into the conversation, and instead you're just like quoting stuff, just tangenting yourself.
I'm sorry. I'm in the conversation. I'm in the now. All right. Throw it on me. Throw it. What is it? What is so important that I'm missing here?
Oh, wow. I thought I was important. See what I mean? Like, dude, your attitude, your word, and your actions makes me feel like you want to break up with me.
What? Really? We're on this again? Are you so insecure?
A little bit, because I mean, you're desperate. You're asking for all these emails.
I mean, it was totally a joke when I said I've been on the mic with somebody else. I mean, everybody else got that, right? That was a joke. That wasn't intended to be for real. Like,
I've been on the mic.
There's no other microphone. There's no other studio. I'm sorry, guy. My life just ain't that interesting. I'm sorry.
I could just see you like talking to one microphone about the other. Like, no, there's no other microphones. I swear, baby, it's only you and me. But like, all those other mics meant nothing. I used pop mics on them and everything. I promise. But the windscreens, I did it all.
I don't believe. I've got pictures. I don't believe you. What just?
That's it. I'm gonna.
He's gonna start punching me.
I have threatened physical violence a few times.
A couple times.
Well, I mean, you know, you don't listen, then you know it gets the hose. It does this when it's told.
Wow. Somebody's been calling a hotline for me.
Well, I mean, if I break your fingers, you ain't calling nobody.
I'm battered.
I'm battered. Really? Is it like? Are you like an onion ring or like shrimp or something? Was it? Is it a beer batter? Is it bread batter?
It's about to be beer all over the floor. You don't stop making me laugh.
Batter, swing batter. Well, I mean, I figure if I'm not going to get a serious conversation out of you, then I might as well join the party and just like come on into the tangent zone.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to the party.
Big old pound over there. Welcome to the Terror Dome. What? He's gonna slap me any second now.
You're just.
I'm not touching you.
I'm telling you're on a carb high right now. That's it. No more carbs when you come to hang out with me.
What, really?
Well, I mean, if this is how you're gonna act. I mean, honestly, I deserve better than this right now. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it's all about you. Please.
It is right now. For the first like half of the show, it was I don't even know what we were on with you because I don't even know where you were at. You were in the tangent zone.
We're gonna have like marriage counselors trying to sponsor us.
I think we are in marriage counseling. It's just the counselor gave up on us already. He's getting like coffee or something. He's like crying to himself. So I just want to go home.
I think he or she at this point just gave up.
I mean, I feel like we've kind of done that too, and just like we're just leaning into it now. Like we're just gonna get it as ugly as possible. We're gonna start throwing like plates at each other or something.
Because you don't respect me anymore. I don't feel like you ever did.
I never even liked your mom. Wait, what? Why do you have to bring that up now?
Dude, what?
All right. And I never liked her cooking. What does that even have to do with this? You shut your mouth when you talk to me.
Like, I never liked her cooking. What does that even mean? I don't get that.
Ma, meatloaf.
How can I shut my mouth when I'm talking to you? How does that happen?
Yeah, I wonder.
Mom! Sorry.
It was, I almost nunchucked you right there. You didn't even know what just happened. I could have killed you with nunchucks that he's like holding in one hand. Dude, I love Will Ferrell for that kind of stuff. Like he's one of those types he's very introverted, even though he seems very extroverted.
Wait, yeah, he goes in these little bursts, I think, where he just, freaks out, tangents, and, I love it.
Well, but he also, he's very much like in the present, in the moment. Like he just gets lost in the character every single time. I was watching his...
So is there a comparison there? Like,
no, I'm just going to tangent and actually have a conversation whether you want to be a part of it. I don't know. I mean, we'll find this out.
No, that's cool. I'll just chill back here. I'll drink my...
There you go, yeah. Sip my soda. But there was so Will Ferrell, so I don't know if you know this, but when you audition to be on Saturday Night Live, you actually have to bring 3 characters. Like you have to have 3 of your own characters. And then part of the, interview / audition is that you have to do these characters, but you have to do it in a manner of, interaction is like, all right, cool. Let's see character number 1. Well, he takes it like even further where he comes out and he's like, I'm just going to do this character. And he starts doing the character and they're just asking him questions
as the character,
as Will Ferrell, but he's answering as the character.
Right.
And he's selling it so freaking hard that everybody who's listening, he's like not breaking character. Like this is just who he is. And it's like,
don't break character.
But because that's the thing, like most don't know that for Saturday Night Live, the big thing, just like Disneyland is when you're this character, you're this character. That is in a discussion. You never break character. If you do, then you ruin the surprise. You pull the veil back off of, it's like you get to look behind the curtain now.
Some of the greatest skits though too that there were times when they actually lost themselves and they were just like, it was still funny. Like where they just got caught up in the moment and they started laughing.
Yeah, I think I was
Some of the greats, you know.
I think I did I was watching an interview with Lorne Michaels about that and this is why I know that he's very much like, no one breaks character. You break character, you're fired. Like, this is how it works. And he was telling a story basically about like the fact that when that does happen, it's like most of the time, he's pissed. Like, he's actually like really freaking pissed about it. And he's like, on occasion there has been like, it was like one or two scenes where even he was just like, and he starts like getting into it. So it saved that person from getting fired basically. Cause he was just like, holy crap. Like, that was just, but so I think that was, cause I had known about Will Ferrell from Old School, but then I started to realize that he did like Saturday Night Live, and then I found a DVD of him and like actually got to watch his auditions, and that's how I found all that kind of stuff out too. And there was like behind the scenes, and so it got me in this like rabbit hole of Saturday Night Live. But actually back when it was like really good, from like the original up until about like the 90s or something with like Adam Sandler and all that, and then it just kind of started tapering off.
But yeah, he's actually much better known for his movies now, which are, I think, every one of them that I've seen with him in it, they're all hilarious.
One of my all-time favorites is one with him and Maggie Gyllenhaal, Emma Stone, Queen Latifah. It's called Stranger Than Fiction.
Okay, yeah. Not
Emma Stone. What's her, the British actress, Emma Thompson.
Yes.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a good one, and it's a serious role. And he plays an IRS agent that does like audits and stuff. So he's an IRS auditing agent or whatever auditor, I guess. And that's how he meets Maggie Gyllenhaal, who's like this baker and stuff. And she doesn't want to pay her taxes and whatever, and he like falls in love with her. It's actually a really good love story. Yeah, it's a rom-com. It is. It's a
rom-com.
Yeah, romantic comedy. It is, but it's a well done, well written, well acted, well cast. A great story. The way it all interweaves. It's a well done production, but it's also it's also a love movie. Yay! So you can watch it with your significant other, and you guys can snuggle and stuff.
It's funny how some of the best rom-coms are actually coming from like hilarious slapstick comedians, like Adam Sandler. Like,
I was gonna say Better Off Dead.
Yeah,
that's a great rom-com.
Yeah, that's true. His
testicles all over me. His what? I'm sorry, his what? Like the octopus. His tentacles. Tentacle, yeah. Friend. I figured we've been doing too many of the other ones. I have to like spread them out a little bit.
No, yeah, that's good. It's a good call.
Yeah, you were giving me crap before because I was quoting too much of the same thing. I was like, all right, you want me to switch it up? So I started doing like alternate weird science quotes.
You gotta switch it up, man.
Yeah, see, when we were talking about this, if you could take a movie and chop it up into just like all of its quotes to make it into like a Cliff Notes version, dude, Weird Science would probably still be the same length. There'd be like almost nothing missing.
There's so much of it, yeah. What were you saying? Like 19 minutes would be a good movie.
Well, yeah, that was.
I think you'd definitely get more than 19 minutes out of that one.
That's what I'm saying. You pretty much get the whole movie. You would just like skip past the boring parts, like where there's just like weird silence or something.
Or nothing in the dance scene or stuff like that. Like there's certain whole scenes where there's no good dialogue, but it's definitely necessary for the plot. But like you would cut that out if you were making your
Cliff Notes where it's like I just want all the lines,
all the good lines.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that movie would probably lose like 20 or 30 minutes at best. Like an hour long still. Still be a good production. And I'd watch that.
I mean, a lot of it, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I think that would get a lot of quotables too. That would have to be at least a 20-minute movie.
I feel pretty good about that statement.
Right?
I can agree to that. See, I think this is a thing. Like, we're literally inventing a whole new rating system.
A new way to rate movies.
As well as watch them.
Like, yeah, I would totally consider that 20 minutes or more. Like that's like a 4 or 5 star rating for a movie.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, oh, it's a great movie, but it's really only about 15. You're like, oh.
I know, like everybody else rates it like 4.5 stars or like 7.9.
It was so romantic, and it was this. Yeah, but it wasn't quotable. I mean, there was.
I know. Well, that's the thing.
Sorry,
like,
if you cut it down, we're talking like I don't know, a good 15, maybe 16 minutes, and it's like, oh, sorry.
Well, yeah, that would be the thing. Is like you hear all these different ratings and whatever else, and it's just like, okay, that's great. Yeah. Like, what's its quotable rating? Come on, how many minutes? Let's hear it. How many minutes? You're like, well, I mean, but no,
it's actually 18 and 34 seconds. No, I don't know why. It's 18 and 34. Sorry.
It's 16 minutes. Well, okay, so it's like 12 and a half. All right, so it's like 10 and a quarter.
Why are you going to puff yourself up, man? It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not watching that movie. 10 minutes? That's too much. I need at least 20 minutes. Come on now.
That's too much fluff. I need actual dialogue here.
Right? I need to be invested. I want to buy in. I don't want to just window shop it. I want to enjoy the whole experience.
I don't know. I wonder if if there'd be a noticeable difference between like newer movies and older movies, like maybe that we grew up with in the 80s and stuff. If there'd be a noticeable difference in value at that point. Like,
how quotable they are?
Yeah. I mean, because there are some great movies coming out, but it's not necessarily like, I don't know if you could take that big a chunk of dialogue and say this is totally like the quotable arena here.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you think about it, what's the majority of what we quote is probably like mid to late 80s and then like early to mid 90s. So there's probably a 10 to 15 year spectrum that we typically quote from on the regular.
Typically, yeah.
Yeah, but most of which is probably like in the 80s and early 90s and stuff. So
yeah, because it's just the stuff we grew up with. So,
but yeah, out of that like time frame, yeah, there was probably a crap ton of like really quotable because obviously we do it and we can't be wrong.
We're not the only ones that do this either. I know there's plenty of people out there that speak in movie quotes. Plenty. Write in, please. I'm telling you. DirectionsMusic.org.
Write us a paragraph only in quotes. See if we can decipher it.
I will totally read that on air. Write us an entire paragraph telling us something about yourself, but only use movie quotes and, maybe an odd music quote if it comes to mind.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool.
Like, make that happen. Totally read that on the air.
Yeah, I mean, I agree to that.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Challenge accepted.
Maybe more than funny. Maybe actually,
whimsical. It might be whimsical, playful.
Yeah. Maybe on a deeper level. Who knows? That'll be fun, though.
I feel like if you're doing movie quotes, it's got to be somewhat comedic. I don't care how deep it is. It's just going to be really deep, funny humor.
So would it be a challenge to us, or would it actually be written out like, oh, this is where this quote came from? Like, would it just have to be...
So like instead of
like, would that be homework for us to try and figure out? Like, I wonder.
Yeah, so instead of a word search, it's like quote search.
Yeah.
But it's just like it runs all together with no punctuation, so you got to know where the quote actually stops.
Get to the chopper! You're like, damn, what movie was that? Like, trying to figure out exactly, so that you can...
That was Predator.
See? Well, I'm not saying we're playing the game right now, but,
Oh, well, because if we were, I'd be winning.
Come on, kill me! This chair keeps squeaking. It's rubbing up against the table. I'm so sorry.
You have, like...
My soda.
When it comes to equipment issues, you have more excuses than I've ever... Dude, it's a good thing you're cute. That's all I'm going to say.
Now I've got equipment issues.
No, you don't now got. You've had. This is a thing. It's been ongoing. We've been dealing. Well, I've been trying to deal with.
Whoa, we've been dealing with my equipment issues.
Well, I mean, yeah. I love and support you for who you are. I accept you. I'm not like trying to change you. We can work with it.
I keep feeling. Am I in an abusive relationship right here? I mean, I'm telling you, directionsmusic.org if you want to write in. Just, dude, I don't know. Like, I'm feeling a little offended right now. What's going on?
If we actually get like literature brochures.
It's gonna be like marriage counseling half off, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna hand it
It's
right.
like, no, it's not like that. It's just...
Dude, I will print it out and hand it right to you and be like, this is why we don't make these jokes. I want you to read this out loud to yourself and think about what
I'll
you
read
did.
it on the air.
I'll
read the whole pamphlet.
I'm gonna do it.
We offer the following services. You know, I'll read the whole thing. I don't care. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good with that.
What if it's got Spanish on the back? You gonna read that too?
I'll do my best. Wait, are you gonna hold me to this?
Well, I mean,
All right, well.
it sounds like challenge is accepted. We have to, we got to write the rules here. There's rules of
This is a
engagement.
test to see if somebody's actually listening.
You mean besides the people that actually like us?
Cheers.
To people like, to people like us. Oh my God, this is like the saddest pity party I've ever been to. And I'm a part of it. I don't even know how I feel about this right now.
You were so a part of it. You've always been a part of it.
I think I feel like I'm like leading. Is that I'm like leading the group of us in the pity party charge?
Or like the king of the nerds kind of thing. Like,
I'd be the king of the nerds. We
that's
get,
all good.
we get a lot of stuff done. I tell you that.
Well, nerds are rich, man. Nerds make all the money, right?
Some do. And
Some.
well, yeah, if they're smart enough.
Savvy.
I mean, because just because
Cutthroat.
you're a nerd doesn't mean that you're smart. Yeah, and just because you're smart doesn't mean that you can.
Wait, just because you're a nerd doesn't... Wait, what's the definition of nerd?
To me, nerd is somebody who is an alternate way of like. Because I think that's what the definition is. Somebody
Book smart? Or...
Well, no, it's somebody of an alternate perspective. Because back in the day,
No, that's a geek, isn't it?
no, geek is somebody who bites the heads off chickens. I'm dead serious. That's the literal definition. A geek is someone who bites the heads off chickens.
No, it's not like a computer geek. Like, you could use that term with anything, like rock and roll geek, whatever.
Well, yeah, so that to me, I would say geek actually truly implies the idea of intelligence. Because you would geek out over something.
Right, saying you're a
Usually
nerd over that specific genre of whatever it is. Like, you geek out over,
Yeah, to me, so if you're punk rock, you could be a nerd just because you're alternate. So I think to me, alternate.
So I would say a punk rock geek. That's the way I would reference that. Like I would say punk rock
No, I'm
geek.
talking about the word nerd, not geek.
Excuse me.
I would use the word nerd
Your eyes get so big.
because I'm kind of getting irritated by the fact you keep burping on mic. It's kind of disgusting. I mean, think about this. Would you want to listen to a radio show when people do this? No, they want to listen to us be funny, not you have gas issues.
It's not an issue. It's
9.6. Yes, we've heard this story before.
all right. You know, I'm just gonna please go on. I'm gonna sit back here and sip my soda.
You keep saying that, yet you come back. Maybe this is an abusive relationship, and I don't even know it.
You were saying, I'm listening. I'm all ears. Go ahead.
Dude, I know I've told you that, but your head's proportionate, so it doesn't look bad. See, this is where we're at now.
See what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm supposed to be offended or.
Well, I mean, it's genetics. You can't really do anything about that. I mean, I guess you can blame your parents. Maybe I'm not really. See, we're gonna have a very.
I think now I'm just doing this to see if I can get facial expressions out of them.
We're gonna talk about this later. That's
We
for
will.
Sure. Yeah, I'm calling the counselor as soon as we're done. Making an appointment for tomorrow.
Okay, you do that.
You better get off work early because this is what's happening.
That's extra funny.
You're gonna make me a priority today.
Intervention.
Dude, I'm killing myself over here. I'm laughing so hard I almost choked.
I think you are choking.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's actually be serious, please. Can we? Because
we have to.
Well, we're getting close to the end of the show, which is usually about the time we need to get like in depth on stuff because that's just how it works. So maybe we can pull back from all of the
I can't
tangents.
control this. It just usually ends up happening on the last 3 minutes of the show.
I blacked out. What happened?
I don't even know what happened. I blacked out. Yet again, another Will Ferrell.
It's true, right? Yeah.
I keep going back to that.
Well, but
That's what I was saying. Is there like some kind of a Will Ferrell-esque thing about?
well, to me, because you and I, excuse me. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Pardon
please,
me.
Thank you.
Well, no, I got that weird tickle in my throat because you made me laugh so hard. But there's that thing that
Super T.
I want to keep, because when it gets to the quotes, you and I typically always pick the same ones regardless, which I like. So it's not even, hey, how is it that you find those ones to be the ones to remember? But like we both do it. So like, what is that thing?
I don't know. Well, there's some things that you quote that I'm not as familiar with.
Oh, that's true.
And there's some things that I quote, vice versa.
Well, of course. I mean, pure science in that sense is going to dictate there's going to be some sort of outlier of sorts.
But everybody agrees there's a certain short list of movies. And maybe it's not that short, but there's a short list of movies in our age range that are common.
To me, I would put that the common ones would probably be more like gonna need a bigger boat. Say hello to my little friend. Like that kind of stuff, right? So those would be like, but so we do more obscure than that. Like we do the weird. You were giving me crap because I keep doing the same weird science quotes. So I just started like running the whole movie and just like doing different scenes, and it's just to mix it up. But no, I'm curious. Like, my assumption would be from a psychological level is that it's got to be some sort of an extension, from our own internal. But so is it that thing that kind of makes us the way we are as friends? Is like that piece that the same reason why we would almost like we're like twins or something.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. There's like part of the language that's written in is this. I couldn't even list the number of movies, but
that you and I quote.
There's a relatively, whether you call it a long or short, I don't know. There's a relatively finite list of titles that we tend to pull quotes from, and we'll jump in and out of that all the time because there's certain things that we know like strike chords with each other.
Yeah, I would say there's probably like a top 20 or 30 that we just always kind of go to, but there's probably hundreds. I want to say there's probably hundreds of movies that we quote, and that it's not even just movies. We do music too, and that's why I was like, if we could actually make a whole conversation of just quotes as like tie together, same as doing like the movie idea where you make the cliff notes, but making it a paragraph of like.
Yeah, you can't plan that kind of stuff though. It just kind of happens.
Well, we asked for it in email, so I guess maybe you can, or we'll find out if you can, or if anyone's willing to try. I don't know. So maybe if you can't do it, just say, hey, I tried, and this is where I got at, and then send it to us anyways. We'll proofread it. We'll maybe we'll add to it.
No, we'll totally check it out.
I think so.
I think that'd be cool.
Well, it's like you said.
Even, it doesn't have to be any. It could just be, something heartfelt, whatever it is.
Wait, because it's like what you said is we want to continue that conversation. I mean, you were the one that said that originally, and that's really what we want to do is because we do this for us, and in doing so, we've caused additional conversations outside of us, with others, and then with them and back and forth. So yeah, we just want to continue the conversation. We want everyone to be a part of this.
That's just it. Like that, like the idea of bringing someone else's idea, whatever it is, whatever it is, we get in our hands and we read back off on air. It's like that's where the conversation starts for that evening, and that could be a really interesting, interaction. Yeah,
I'd be curious to see what we actually get, because I always joke, I'm just like, even just tell us we suck, I don't care, just write to us. Let's start
be eloquent about it though. Don't just you suck. Be eloquent about it. Explain exactly in what ways we suck, and maybe from what angle, and
that's what he said. It's a good thing that we're getting close to the end, because I think you're overtired.
You're misunderstanding your boundaries at this point. I'm really concerned. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, I mean, I feel like concerned is a strong word.
Cognizant.
Yeah. I mean, I'm aware of it. Sure. I mean, I don't think I want to be. But yeah, dude, no, seriously, like, all right, so that last episode, there were so many times where we both started laughing so hard. I think there was one point where it was like a minute of us just laughing at each other. Like that good belly laugh where it's like, I don't even know why we're laughing anymore. We're just laughing at the fact that we're laughing.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
It is good stuff. But, that's what we do. Well, at least that's what we try to do. Because even when we're, we want to be entertaining. We don't want to just be educational or supportive. Like that's, those are great things, but we also want to make sure we're having fun.
Yeah, and you like to say that all the time. It's like, wait, 2 minutes ago we were just talking about, particle physics and like some of the deepest time, and now we're just
Well,
isn't that what you said?
Yeah, that's the tangent zone. That's what happens.
You got like the circus music going though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm into circus music. It's fun.
Okay.
And there's usually like an elephant or something.
I like elephants.
I like elephants. I like trapeze. That's pretty cool.
Trapeze is cool.
Yeah. I was watching this thing and I forget where. I'm pretty sure it's Europe, but I forget where in Europe. The country is no longer allowing live animals for circus shows. So they're doing these like holograms. These
Really?
three-dimensional holograms are doing the routines, but so this way the elephant doesn't get harmed, the lion doesn't get harmed. So now you can have these acts, and it's like, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But do you not agree? Do you want to see animals get abused?
No, I don't want to see animals get. Obviously, I don't want to see animals get abused. Where did that come from?
Because you had this weird look on your face, like that's not the same thing. I'm not supporting this. This is a horrible thing. It's like, well, why would that? What? Because do you want to see the lion get whipped? What's wrong with you?
No, I don't. There's nothing to do with that.
That's it. I'm definitely calling the counselor after this.
No, that's the weird thing, and that's a good point that you bring up though, because everybody loves going to go to the zoo or whatever and see the animals. Oh, okay, we got it ready to. But it is important to remember that that's not the conditions that they need to be raised in, and it's taking them out of their natural habitat, and it's not necessarily a good thing. But we do love it. Growing up, going to the circus, going to the zoo. Anyway.
I don't know, maybe go to the safari so you can see them in a large open area. Actually see them like in their true habitat. I don't mean like a fake safari, like go like actually on, a preserve.
It's less fake, but yeah.
Well, because they have preserves where they just like,
Right.
rope off thousands of acres and it's like, hey, you can't poach, you can't do anything. They literally just run wild.
Right.
So, but
That I can support. Anyway.
yeah, that's as always. Finally, we can get into a deep conversation after you've been tangenting for like the entire evening. But yeah, dude,
You knew we were getting into that from the beginning anyway. So
well, I mean, I did kind of Babe Ruth it. I kind of called it out. I was like, I feel like
it's going over here.
yeah. And then it took a left at Albuquerque. But yeah, as always, fam, yeah, we
do it too.
Yeah, we joke, but we are serious. Please reach out to us. We would love to keep the conversation going. So if you could, email us. I'm telling you at directionsmusic.org. That's IMTELLINYOU at directionsmusic.org. Yeah, I mean, this is Philly D.
Mr. Gemini.
Yeah, and we appreciate you all coming out. We
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
you, listening.
Much love.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you it's a special thing for us, and it's beautiful that we get to share it with everybody else. So,
Sorry, we'll try to come serious next time. This is like 2 in a row now.
well, but we gotta have that levity. It's balance. So,
I agree.
yeah, hopefully you at home are finding some balance in your life too. So, as always, be good to yourself, be good to everyone else. Peace.
Peace.